I recognize that sitting over here means that my blinds are going to be reflected in my glasses the entire time, but I don't feel like sitting at my desk today. So this is the last three books that I read for the time being. Um, I don't think I'm gonna read the second one of either of these books, and I think the last one has a second one. It was kind of just a standalone novel. Um, so first, a shout out to a book called Aviva Fair Isles, and it's a cool concept, but it just felt like Pirates of the Caribbean, but instead of a Jack, we got a lady, and like there's magic and stuff happening, and like I don't think I read the description for that book in a while. Like I've had it for at least a year now, so I didn't remember what the description said, and I it's Eva is a black girl, so that's cool. And she's got six pirate dads. That's also pretty cool. And they go and start hunting magic stuff. And like, I mean, maybe it's just not the book for me, given everything else that I've read. I might decide to give it another chance later. I should probably do that before my Prime runs out because I didn't actually pay for that book. Um, and then the other two books, one of them is called Prism, and there's this girl. Her name is Jessa. Jessa wants to be a ballerina. Color alchemy is like a thing, and if you see it or like know about it or are suspicious, you need to report it. And then they'll take your child away and you'll never see them again. And so, Jessa doesn't really want to do that. But then her sister, like something happens where she gets hurt, and like the red leaves her blood, and her sister forgot about it. So Jessa thinks that her sister is the color alchemist, but no, it's actually her. She's able to pull blue and red apart from the purple dress that she was wearing, and red is the color that the king wants because it'll help him take over the whole place. The king has a son. His name is Lucas. And Lucas? Yeah, Lucas. And he's working with the rebellion because the resistance because he's like, my dad is an asshole, and if there's one thing that we do not like, it's assholes. So he helps Jessa not have to be arrested and is supervising her training. And the two of them are also falling in love with each other, which I mean, I guess I was fine with. No one really knows what Red does yet. Um, there's a spy from the Resistance. Her name is Sasha. She's pretending to be Lucas's boyfriend so she can stay at the castle. Jessa can do green magic, and green magic is like healing. And she talks to her family at first, but then it's taken away from her until she learns how to do the red. And but Jessa's family was already moved by the resistance. Uh, there was another guy. His name was Reed. He tried to use blue to manipulate her, but Jessa was like, "Nah, bruh." And she had a bad dream about her sister being kidnapped, and she decides that she's going to run away. Sasha wants to. No, not Sasha. There's a guard who like doesn't like her, and she wants to go get the family and go get the little sister because something happened before. Uh, Jessa has an older sister that she doesn't remember who got taken away because she was a color alchemist. So Jessa doesn't remember her, but yeah, that's who Sasha is. Um, Sasha already had her family moved. Like the resistance already moved her family. And so like Lucas can do white magic and white magic makes things invisible, and Jessa's really angry that no one told her because when this first happened, she wanted it to go away, but Lucas wouldn't tell her, and Lucas was like, I can't make it go away because you gotta help us. And Jessa just wanted to go back to her life and be a ballerina, which she never would have been allowed to, but yeah. Um, Jessa convinces her parents to let her little sister train as a color alchemist, even though they're like terrified of it. She goes back to the palace. Lucas's mother died. Jessa didn't do it. She proves she has red magic and she can control it, so she's allowed to stay. Um, I like the world building in this book because it's kind of dystopian, so that's cool. Um, We know what red, white, and green and blue do. So I kind of want to know what the other colors do. But at the same time, I don't really know if I want to put myself through reading the next books because Lucas doesn't want to be part of the resistance anymore. Jessa's still going to be part of the resistance. She's going to find out about Sasha, and there are 4 books in this series, and I don't think I want to read the next ones. The characters are all solid, but they're frankly kind of infuriating. So, I said earlier about how if your child is a color alchemist, they will take your kid away and you'll never see them again. And Sasha, her real name is Francesca. She gets mad at her parents for replacing her, but it's like you grew up in this society, so you know that they don't, like, I'm sure her parents remember her, but they're not going to talk about her because they're not supposed to talk about her. Because color alchemy isn't really a thing that civilians are supposed to, like, super understand. So she gets mad at them, and I'm just like, girl, she's going to train Lacey, so, yeah, Lucas is kind of annoying. I don't know. He won't tell Jessa anything, and it's like, I get it, you don't want her to leave, but at the same time, if you want, I don't know. Whatever. So, I'm not gonna read the next one of those books, and I don't have the list open, obviously, because I'm not sitting at my desk, so I don't remember where that book goes. I don't know. I'll put it in the description. The other book is called, the last book, it's called Light of the Fireflies. I don't know what I expected with this book. I'm not even entirely sure why I picked it up, but it was free for Prime reading, so that's probably had a lot to do with it. The family's living in a basement, and I don't know anybody's name, so I'll call the main character Boy. He's the perspective that we're at. Everyone's kind of mean to him, especially his dad, and their mom, dad, and sister got deformed from fire, so they can't go outside because, like, outside is like burning, and the sister has a baby, and how did she have a baby? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure there's no incest in this book. Pretty sure. I listened to this one as an audiobook, so I'll be honest, I kind of zoned out in the middle of it because it was just, like, I know I complain when books have too much going on, but this book doesn't have enough going on. At least not until we end up at the, well, what is it? I think it's, like, takes place, like, 15 years ago. Something like that. So they've been in this basement for a while. And, like, by chapter 4, I was already, like, not interested. Boy has an egg that he wants to hatch, even though his dad told him that unfertilized eggs don't hatch. And he also has a brother who's deformed, and he's kind of flighty and goes off to Oz in his mind, like literal Oz, because they read him that book one time before they went to the basement. So the egg is going to hatch, and his mom sends him to his grandmother, and the chick seems to have disappeared. His grandmother kept saying that the chick escaped, and the baby, his sister's baby, starts choking, but, like, he's fine. And also the doors are all locked. Earlier, his dad told him that if he wanted to leave, he could just go because the doors are never locked. But he lied. They keep him from leaving by saying that he'll never see his family again. Yeah, everybody's kind of an asshole to this little kid. And it's like, how can you blame him for wanting to go outside? He's only ever known this basement. Not to mention the fact that they were lying to him. The world's not covered in, like, boiling oils or anything like that. There was no nuclear explosion or anything like that. Because I feel like if there was, then Boy would have also been deformed. So, I'm also very muted because I just woke up. And also, these books are nothing to get, like, super angry or super hype about. Like, Royal Savage, I was really excited to read Royal Savage. Because, like, as soon as I realized that I liked that book, then, like, it was fun to read and I was high energy. But, like, and, like, a book like The Sweetest Kill pissed me off so much that I needed to be high energy. But these books, they're fine. You also need to remember that this channel is mostly for me. Like, just so I'll shut up whenever my friends ask me about books. I rant a lot and I repeat myself a lot. Um, so the reason that they live in the basement is because they killed some girl and put her in the septic tank. And then why is everyone disfigured? Because the sister got hot glass and she like cut everybody's face up. So yeah, boy is able to leave eventually. Like his grandfather was bringing them all food, which is how they survived down there. And the police don't know that they're down there. Apparently, as an adult, sometimes he still sleeps in the basement, and I'm just like, why? Um, but whatever. Um, I don't know who to recommend this book to. The sister died, by the way. Um, I don't understand how the cops haven't found them yet. Whatever, I guess. Um, yeah, I. It's nothing to run home about. I. I really don't know who I'd recommend this book to. It. It just kind of is like, I. I don't know. I'm gonna try and do the next round a little bit differently and read all of the books before I start posting videos. Yeah. I also don't know if I'm going to combine those lists. I think I might like have like each individual like set of books that I do because I divide it up by every 40 books. I think I'm gonna have each individual every 40 books, and then I'm gonna see if it's even possible for me to do the books all together. Because if it's not, then I'm just not gonna do that. Um, I mean, unless someone wants to know, I'll probably want to know. I'm a bit obsessive like that. Yeah.